Welcome to Trojans Live.
Let's get it started with the biggest returnee to USC football, fresh off the practice field. It's offensive lineman Alijah Vera-Tucker, and he's been through it over the last couple months. Take us through your decision, Alijah, to opt out at first, and then to decide to opt back in once the season came back on.
How you guys doing? First of all, great to be here. Thank you for having me. I say the decision to opt out was pretty clear. I mean, the Pac-12 canceled the season, and we didn't know if there was going to be a season in the spring or next fall. And I gave it a lot of thought with my family, coaches, and friends. And I had the opportunity to leave last year, but I didn't because I wanted to win. I wanted to compete, win a Pac-12 championship with my brothers here. So I just decided to opt out. And then great news came. Pac-12 decided to come back and play. So it was a big decision for my family and I. We took I'd say at least 3 weeks to think about it, make sure, Pac-12 was really going to play, figure out the guidelines and everything. And then ultimately, I just wanted to come back and compete with my brothers. I'm a big competitor. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know that about me by now. And it was an opportunity I couldn't pass up. So I'm happy to be here.
Alijah, there's been a lot of speculation. Obviously, you're a big fella and you played inside at the guard position. Now there's a left tackle opening up. Where are we going to see you out on this Trojan team? Are you going to try to fill that left tackle's position, or are you going to stay at home base at the guard position?
Yeah. When it comes down to it, wherever, Coach Drevno needs me, that's where I'm going to play, whether it's on the inside or on the outside, either side. But, I've been working at tackle so far. First spring ball practice I was, and these last 3 fall camp practices I've been outside at tackle, and I've been enjoying it. I've been getting better at it.
Did you play tackle in high school?
Yes, I did.
So what are the differences, skill set wise? What are the different challenges, between the two?
First of all, I think with guard, there's a lot bigger guys, obviously, averaging about 315, 320-pound dudes. So you got to be thick down there. It's a lot quicker decisions in there. They're right on you. And on the outside of tackle, you got a lot faster guys, especially in the Pac-12. You see that a lot. So you definitely got to be quicker. And, that's pretty much it.
Alijah, talk about your group a little bit. You guys have, kind of a solid core guys that have been working with each other, some veteran older guys in that front line. And then when you get a little deeper in the depth chart there, some younger guys, some big upside, some big bodies inside. Talk about your group a little bit and what it's like to work with those guys.
First off, we've been working. We've been working hard. First off, the older guys, we're all back. We're all excited to be here. We're working our butts off. And then to the young guys, they're working their butts off too. As soon as they came here, they were difference makers. I mean, you can see the way they worked
pretty big
out.
Guys, right?
Yeah, pretty big guys, especially when you stand next to them. That's Casey Collier, Cortland Ford, Jonah Monahan. Those are all big guys, long arms too. So they're definitely built to play all positions on the O-line. We've been working this whole summer. Even when I wasn't here, I was still in the group chat. I was hearing everything they were doing. And when I got back, it's like, nobody missed a step. We've been working.
We all knew that the happiest person when you returned would be the quarterback, Keaton Slovis. He actually tweeted
and me,
out,
Jordan. It was me too.
Well, I know you appreciate great line play, Sean. So that's why we led with Alijah tonight. But Keaton tweeted out a big smiley face emoji. What was that return like? Did you text your teammates? Did you let your quarterback know? Did you come into a team meeting? What was that announcement like? Because I'm sure the guys were just thrilled to have you back.
Like I said, the reason I came back was to compete with my brothers. So before I even, posted that, video on social media, on Instagram and Twitter, I told my guys I was coming back and I was going to be here. And I was here for about 2 days, just working out with them, stuff like that, seeing them, hanging out with them. It was great to see everybody's faces again. And, I just told them, let's go compete for that Pac-12 championship.
First Shells practice tonight, right? You guys went out there in Shells tonight.
Yes,
how's practice now in the age of COVID here? What's the day like? How's the testing going? And what's the like to be a student athlete right now? Go with all the COVID going on.
Yeah. I say one thing that's different is fall camp. While you're in classes, That's definitely different. You got to be on top of your stuff. You got to be on top of your classes. You can't miss those. So, we're definitely on the timeline. I mean, we have 6 a.m., COVID tested, make sure everybody's safe, everybody's negative. And then, you got to go to your breakfast. You got to go to classes. Then you have meetings. Then you go out to practice. And then you got to practice at 6:30. And you still got homework to do. And keep in mind, this is during fall camp. So it's definitely different. I wouldn't say practice is different at all. Everybody's, continuing to working, stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely different.
Yeah, you bring up classes. How's Zoom school going? I know
Zoom?
people of all ages are dealing with it. How is it at the college level?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, everybody's going through something with this COVID thing. But in terms of classes, I mean, it's good. All you gotta do is just get up out of your bed, make sure you're ready, make sure you're attentive in class, listening. But I say it's pretty easy than getting up and going to class. So I'm pretty sure we're all taking advantage of it.
Alijah, last year going to the season, Keaton Slovis was kind of an unknown commodity to everybody. You had,
Yes.
a year to work with him, and what's his leadership been like in the year 2 of his progression? What have you seen from him that's been spotlighted, and what's he been working on?
I think he's a lot more vocal. I mean, he was already vocal last year, and he's just stepped that up a notch. He's definitely become a leader on this offense and the team. He steps as he makes sure he's doing things right on and off the field. And I think that's important, for a leader to express to the team. So I definitely think, he's become a great leader for this team, and I can't wait to see what else he does this season.
Practices are closed. There was only, because of COVID, there was only one spring practice. So we've talked about Todd Orlando's defense a lot, but haven't really seen it much with our own eyes. What are you seeing from your offensive line spot? Kind of guys that are lining up across from you, and the kind of looks that you're getting.
Well, I will say one thing: they're very competitive, which is great to see. Obviously, you want to go up against the best defense you'll see all season. And that's definitely Todd Orlando's defense. They come out to compete every day. They come out to dominate. And every team needs that. But I'd say a lot more physical, a lot more discipline. And I'm just excited to, play with them.
Alijah, one last question for me. Obviously, you can see me on my Zoom here. I've been training. I've been getting fit, man. I've been
sir, of course.
Staying in good shape, man. I know last time we talked about you trying to block me, you were in person, so I feel a lot more comfortable saying it, man. But when Sean Cody lines up on you, man, what are you doing? Are you short setting me? Are you giving me the quick hands? Can I work a Bob Swat on you? What do I got for you, big fella?
I mean, as your name says, it's Trojan legend. So
there we go.
I gotta be patient, obviously, whatever you bring now.
Ooh, I'm gonna work a counter move now, man. I gotta work on my counter move.
Yeah.
Alijah, what do you think of the humility of Sean labeling himself as Trojan legend here in the Zoom? That's what he's doing.
It's in the intro. It's in the intro. I'm just
That's what he is. That's what he is.
Legend as his name.
Yeah, it's great to see. I mean, it's great to see, Trojan legends all over the place. I mean, they make a name for themselves, and, they're able to, call themselves legends. So it's exactly what, we all want to do.
Speaking of legends, we saw Reggie Bush back on campus for the first time in a long time. What's it just mean for you guys? Grew up watching him, and I'm sure part of the reason that many of you came to USC to sort of have that guy back in the family. He never left the family for many of us, but rules-wise, he's back in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, just like you said, I mean, a lot of us saw him growing up. My opinion, best RB ever. So, just see he was on campus, it was great to see on social media. And it's just great to have him back. He's a USC legend, won Heisman and stuff like that. So it's definitely great to see him, and I'm happy he's here.
All right. Well, we got 2 Trojan legends on this Zoom. Sean, the All-American, Alijah, maybe the future All-American.
Yeah.
Appreciate you jumping on the show.